Hey everyone, how's it going today? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. We're back here with some Factorio Space Age. We are playing vanilla without any mods, and today what we're going to be doing is we are going to be working on some steel to start off here, I believe. The only thing is our factory is definitely struggling in terms of some iron. I would love for this to be like very heavily invested with iron right now because we are really lacking in some of our basic materials for building, such as inserters and belts and things like that. We have enough belts right now, but definitely would like more inserters than 10. So that is a little bit disappointing, but we're gonna have to get there in the future. One thing I did do is I just filled in all these inserters here between episodes, just because I know that we need to get that done, and I needed to boost the iron production. I literally just did that like right before starting recording today. So that is where things are at for iron and where we're starting things off today. Now, what we're going to be doing, and let me actually just copy paste this down here. That's not exactly right. Why did I do that? I copied like the worst of them, huh? Alright, this is not what I wanted either. I really don't like any of these. That's fine. Here, what we'll do is we're going to drag this across because it has to be done anyways. And then we will actually set this one up for real. Like that. And then we'll drag this across and go like that. We'll go like that. Okay. And then we'll copy this and we're going to paste this across. Now, the reason we're doing this right here is we are going to be, like I said, doing steel today. We do need to get steel going since a lot of the next bits of science that we're going to be working towards depend on it. So there we go. Switch directions. Now this is going to be a little bit different. So we are going to have like the same kind of format as our regular old smelting column, but what we're going to do for steel is we're going to actually split it half and half. So the first half, if we look here, we have 24 furnaces on each side. So the first 12 of these guys, so these right here up to right here, these guys are all going to be doing iron plates on both sides. So this is going to be doing iron plates, and it's going to be putting out iron plates. Where will it be putting out iron plates? It's going to be putting out iron plates here into the middle. Then on the second half, instead of going out, we're going to be going into the furnaces. And these furnaces will be making steel. The reason we're doing it this way is it's a little bit cleaner than some of the other ways that you could do steel. For instance, what you could do is you could have your furnaces like this, and then go from like an outer belt of coal and iron, like we normally do, into the furnace, and then go here into this furnace for steel, and that can work. The only difficult part here is figuring out how to get coal to this furnace. One thing that you can do, which is very similar to what we are going to be doing, is going like this and having this like output steel like this, and then having a belt that's split between coal and steel, and that's basically what we're going to be doing. But the way that we're doing it is a bit more in line and it's not as wide. So it's just, I think it's a little bit nicer, but you can do it either way. Really, the whole thing with doing a steel build is you just want to make the iron on site. You really don't want to ship iron plates somewhere and then do like a separate build entirely for steel. You generally speaking want to have just iron ore coming in and then having steel plates coming out. Because really, steel is just iron, at least in the base game. Steel is just iron ore that's been smelted twice, pretty much. But in other mods, it is not just iron. There's other components, in which case then you probably have to do something different. But all right, so let's do this. We have to do this because we need coal to keep going down. So these guys are still going to be inserting coal, but they're also going to be, and we're going to be getting rid of like all of these because we're going to have to, because we're going to also be outputting steel like this. So I wanted to do, yeah, let's do this. Outputting steel, and then we're going to copy this, and we're, oops, I did not mean to do that. Okay, we are just going to paste this down here and here and here and here. And then we do need to get rid of, we can get rid of all these here. So then we're just going to do the same thing. Here and here and here and here, here and here. Okay. Then we're going to copy this, switch the side. And then down here, what we're going to do is we're going to have output priority. You can do either of them, doesn't really matter. And these guys, I like to do this, and they just join up back in the middle. So that's kind of how this steel build works. So basically, like the coal keeps coming down here to power all these guys. That's what these guys here are inserting. Then we're going to grab iron plates that all of these output and put them into back into the furnaces here to make steel. And then it'll be able to drop the... Ooh, I just realized this goes here. Yeah, so the coal goes on the inside of the belt, right, which is the important part, right? So coal goes here, it goes on the inside. And then these guys are going to drop on the far side. So there'll always be room for the steel to drop because it won't let the iron ore from over here through. And so it'll just drop the steel on the far side of the belt, coal will be on the near side, and then they'll eventually join back up. So that's kind of how this whole build works, and we can get this going. We're going to have to mine out some more iron, which our iron patch is rather tiny here. Do we have another one? We do have this one close by. Maybe I should have done this down on the other side. Too late for that now, that's fine. We'll probably just go mine that out at some point. We've got a lot to do here for this. So I'm actually just gonna drop these miners up here. I have 11 of them, which will be enough to get it started. We are gonna, of course, need some more inserters. Classic. I should just be making a bunch of these while I'm running around doing other things. Let's start here and just run these down. I keep forgetting that I only have 11. I wanna act like I have more than I actually do. That's why they're all gonna be pretty much putting out on the same side of the belt. That's fine right now. We'll get it fixed for later. Okay, let's go down here. Keep the belts nice and close to one another just to preserve space. You never know when you're gonna need more space. Cool. And that is that. Obviously we need to go deal with all the inserters now. But we can actually kind of show what this looks like in action. We can get some steel actually going. I keep forgetting that these have to go the opposite direction. So these guys are going in, these are going in, these are going in, these are going out. Right? Grab, 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 grab. There we go. Oh no. Okay. Sorry, I was concentrating very hard on doing this correctly. And that was actually good that I crafted all those inserters. So that is all those. Now for powering them, we actually do have to like do this kind of funky thing where we go along the side here because otherwise they will not all get powered. What is going on with all these power poles? Who did these? Not me, that's for sure. Just kidding, it was definitely me, and I can be pretty bad at power poles at times. Come on. There we go. Okay. And then let us go along the top here. All the way back over here. We need more power poles. Classic, always running out. There we go. Okay. That should be power. And then We just need to get power down here. There we go. It's all powered. This is definitely the tedious part of the game, right? Come on. There we go. Let's keep making more of these. Okay, so we researched oil gathering. Let's keep expanding things. We can do stronger explosives. We can do a car, which will be nice. Military science packs, concrete, these, and let's do weapon damage. Oh wait, that's enough. There we go. Okay, so you can see here that we are indeed starting on our steel. So we got our first bit of steel coming in now. It's going to be really slow right now, and it definitely will pick up a little bit, but we're going to have to do a couple of these columns for it to be worth anything, really. Now, last thing I want to do down here is, oops, I did not mean to craft iron ones. That's fine. We'll craft just some wood. What I like doing is doing a buffer, because it can be really... it can be like a little bit of time before we want to actually get going on actually using this steel, but we definitely don't want it to stop being made. So what we do is we actually make a little buffer area that just buffers it, and I'll deal with this later, but we can actually then export and then just keep things going. That's just so that the steel doesn't ever stop being made, it just keeps going. And we can come by periodically and grab some. So for instance, we are going to want some for our pump jack, and we're also going to want some for heavy armor. We need 50 steel for that, so it's going to be a few minutes for that to actually happen. In the meantime, though, we can go grab hopefully some materials that have been made. Let's do this before I forget. I'm hoping that we have a handful of very useful things down here, and we can see that the iron finally has been catching up a bit. We've got a few belts, that's fine. We've got all our 50 inserters, which is nice. We've got some undergrounds, so things are definitely catching up. And we've almost got all of our pipes going. We got 45 mining drills, very nice. Let's grab all of those. Let's grab all of those, and we can put these down here. Now, one thing I did forget to do is I did forget to automate assembling machines, which would be a very nice thing to automate. Question is, another thing that would be nice to automate is long-handled inserters. But that only needs iron, so we can actually do the long-handed guys over here, and this we can do down here. And we'll do just 50 of them. Okay. There we go. And that will be automating assembling machines, which is super, super nice. Because those things are similar to the electric mining drills. Those things are just kind of annoying to make. Let's grab a handful of gears just because they're nice to have on hand. And I just realized that I also did not leave room for blue. Oh wait, I did. Excuse me, I did leave room for blue belts. Just kidding. Okay. Let's research that next. And you can see we still have a ton of other green and red sciences to research. We're going to be working towards blue science, but to be able to do that, we need to, you can see here, do this oil processing research, which unlocks all of these two buildings, and then these two recipes. To do that, we need to be able to mine crude oil. So to mine crude oil, we're going to have to use our pump jack. Let's also grab a bunch of pipes and a bunch of underground pipes. We're going to make a singular pump jack to start with. It's not going to be much. It's going to be something. And where is any oil? There's some oil there. That may be the only oil that we can see currently. And I'm literally just going to run over there and get the thing to mine some oil, just so we can keep going on researches towards blue science, which is what we want to do first. And while I'm over here, I'm going to grab all that steel. We're going to make ourselves some heavy armor. Don't think we're going to be bothered by biters anytime soon, really, but kind of just always want to be prepared. And I'm also going to add some more miners here for coal. So let's do this. There we go. One thing I didn't really realize when I first started playing the game is that you should just like make long sets of miners like this. Like, you shouldn't feel bad about mining out like the whole patch and like having full coverage. Like, I kind of felt like, oh man, I'm just like I'm doing way too much. The fact of the matter was I wasn't even doing anywhere near enough. Pretty much anything that you think is enough in Factorio is not enough. You can always do more. So that's kind of like a Factorio lesson. It's just like, if you think you're doing too much, you definitely are not, because you can always do more. All right, let's do more of these guys here. We are going to have to up our power, as mining drills can be relatively power hungry. And you can see already that these guys have this little yellow light here, which means that they're not getting full power. And we're just barely overpowered, so we do need some iron. I was going to say copper. We need some iron plates to craft those, so let's go do that. We can do hopefully 3 and grab 6 steam engines. That would be ideal. Just grab a bunch of iron. I know it's going to set us back, but we need it. There we go. 6 steam engines. And we're actually going to do even more. 5, 6. Actually, I don't think it's 5. I can never remember. How many do I have? 2 and 6. 2 and 8. 2 and 7. 5 and 7. I can't count. Anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're gonna need 5 of these, and I think I accidentally canceled one of these, so we're gonna want that as well. Okay, there's 5, and then we're gonna go like this. We're gonna go, we're gonna go split here, split here, and split. And we're gonna be making some more pipes, pipes, and more pipes. Okay. There we go. And that'll start that up again. Of course, we are still going to be browning out a little bit, so we're just going to go like this. And that'll start up the electricity really quickly, and you can see that very easily we're making plenty of power once more. Let us also do this so that we don't run out of coal for our steam engines. That would be very bad right now. And then we can also just drag the power out here. There we go. All right, so we've greatly increased the amount of mining that we are doing. And now we're gonna run over here just with our power poles. Let's craft a bunch more. And we are going to mine some oil. Again, we're not gonna be like doing anything crazy. We're literally just gonna put the thing down, let it mine oil, and that'll technically unlock our tech tree, which is really all we want to do so that we can keep working towards blue science and doing other useful things in the meantime. Again, I really want to say I do love how they did the new tech tree, and just like having you actually have to figure things out, like how do I mine oil to be able to do your task. And that counts as like a research, right? So, cool. That is... Will this thing stop? Is it just like mining into nothingness? Alright, we're going to stop that. We don't need it running currently. And I also love the new visuals on this. This has to be newer. It's got like the little venting mist. I don't know. Like the oil spray or whatever. I don't know what it is. I really like that visual. But you can see here that we've unlocked an oil refinery, and we've also unlocked a chemical plant. We've unlocked basic oil processing, which takes 100 crude oil and makes petroleum gas. and it also unlocks solid fuel from petroleum gas, and that takes petroleum gas and, you guessed it, makes solid fuel. This is not very useful right now. This is going to be how we're going to get into blue science. Now, for blue science, we do have to get there. And to get there, we're going to have to unlock plastics. Plastics is going to be the very first thing that we need to research. And I think I'm just going to cancel all the rest of these so we can kind of go down that route. So we're going to unlock plastics, which is going to unlock advanced circuits. Advanced circuits are very important. That is going to unlock a bunch of other potential researches. We are going to have to do sulfur processing. And then we can actually unlock blue science. So blue science is actually just like kind of a combination of these three and engines. So we've got here sulfur, 3 advanced circuits, and 2 engine units is going to make 2 chemical science packs. And I know I mentioned it a couple episodes ago, but when a science pack makes more than 1, you'd see the little 2x or 3x or whatever it is right there. So that's the 2x chemical science pack. So those ingredients make 2 of those. Same for military. You can see those ingredients there make 2 military science packs. And I think some of the other ones are even better. Yeah, production makes 3 production science packs. This makes 3 utility science packs. This makes 5 space science packs, and so on and so forth. I think these are like all 1 though. Yeah. And obviously we'll get into all of these at later points in time. This one makes 10. Nice. But we've got a long way to go before we get to anything that is off of this planet, which is fine. It's great. I love this game, so it's going to be a really, really fun journey to get there. But okay, so we're doing all right. We haven't really explored anywhere yet. Should be okay. Oh yeah, and did I put my heavy armor on? I did put my heavy armor on. I couldn't remember. What happened to my light armor? Did it just like disappear? Oh, maybe I wasn't wearing any. I don't know. Okay, so working towards blue science, which is what we're doing, we are going to have to make an oil refinery with stone bricks. So stone bricks is yet another thing that we're going to have to do like a little smelting column for. We've got 4 iron there. We've got 4 copper here. And what we're going to do here is stone bricks. So we'll do stone bricks down here. And once more, we are going to have to drag this through. Come on. And right now, I'm just going to do this. It's not going to be... I'm not going to be making any more copper columns for a while, so I don't know. Doesn't seem to be a reason to do anything too crazy. Okay. And we'll go right here and here. Go. Coal in there. And we are not going to do a full column. We're just going to go to like right about there. But we do want to do at least a little bit because, and we'll go here. We do want to do at least a little bit because we will need stone bricks for military science. So military science takes walls, and walls are made with stone bricks. So we will need stone bricks anyways. So it's like not a bad idea to just make a bunch of stone bricks anyways. So don't feel bad like making a whole column for stone bricks because you will definitely need them for military science. And there are quite a few military science researches. So, I mean, you're definitely going to need plenty of those packs anyways. So, and you'll probably need a lot of walls too. So, especially, well, here on Novice, the biters are like bad, but not that bad, right? But on Gleba, I will be interested to see with our settings how bad the biters are. The pentapods on Gleba. But I don't want to give too many spoilers because there's definitely some fun stuff over there. Cool. All right, so one other thing then that we are going to do here is, again, we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And we're just going to do our little buffer. Doot, doot. Okay. And which side did I do it on? I did do it on this side. Oops. Okay. All right, there we go. And then we shall just drag this across. And by drag, I mean carefully place. Okay, cool. So that is all powered now. And then last thing we're gonna do, we have 5 electric mining drills, which it's not very much, but it's enough to get us what we need. And of course, I did this one. I should have like just swapped the sides that these 2 things were on instead of doing it the way I did it. It's fine. It's fine. All right, so we're just gonna go like this. And of course, we could use more of these, and we will definitely grab more in the future. But for now, this should be fine. And I'm just gonna go into map view so that we can just chart our way over. I don't know. That's just so I can give myself a visual on where I need to go. And there we go. All right, so I need to go grab more belts. I tell you, in the early game, you'll be grabbing belts and you'll be like, oh man, I just grabbed like 600 belts. That'll last a while. And before you know it, you'll be all out of belts. It's actually kind of insane. They go so quickly. Cool. We can grab a couple belts and inserters from there. What is it? This thing is just incredibly slow, isn't it? Probably needs fast inserters, but that'll be fine. Yeah, like literally, look there. I have 600 belts. Watch, these belts will go so quickly. Let's also grab some more electric mining drills. We don't really need any assembly machines at the moment. But you know what? Just so that that thing can keep working, we're going to grab 50 of them because we will need them at some point. And especially with blue science is very slow to make. We will need a lot of assembling machines for blue. So let's finish up these stone bricks here, and I think we'll call it for today. I mean, we've definitely made some good progress. We're making steel now, which is very nice. As it's just kind of one of the annoying things that you have to do early on. I don't particularly love doing steel builds, but that's okay. All right, let's I hate when this happens. Like, I don't like doing that, but at the same time, I don't particularly want to use an underground just because there's a power pole in the way. I'd rather just not use an underground for that. Cool, that is stone bricks. I mean, that's how easy it is, guys. Like, sometimes it can be like super daunting thinking, oh man, I gotta do like 18 things to get something going. It's like sometimes it actually goes way more quickly than you'd think. Now, of course, the same cannot be said for all mods. Obviously, sometimes with a mod, you're like, oh man, I want to make like green circuits. And then you got to do like 1,800 things just to make green circuits. And but vanilla is very, very generally speaking, not that way at all. Like in 2.0, there are certainly more complicated things than there were before. That's not good. I hate these mix patches. There's definitely more, you know, there are more complicated recipes than there were before, especially on places that are not novice. But overall, I mean, the recipes are still pretty straightforward. Like, a lot of these recipes on novice are, you know, just one or two things, and they go really quickly in terms of making them, right? So anyways, there we go. Check it out. We've got steel flowing. We've got stone flowing for stone bricks. We're going to have to fill out this copper column at some point, but realistically speaking, I mean, it looks like it's doing all right now. Obviously, we can just throw these down so that we have them. I keep making more of them, and we just use them up so quickly. There we go. I think it looks good. And we're working towards blue science. We've got some plastic that we can make next time. We've got lots of other things that we can do to actually work towards that. And you know, one other thing we can do is we can add more labs because that'll make things go more quickly. Our science production is incredibly, or our science itself, the research itself, is quite slow right now because we don't have enough labs. So what I'll do off stream is I'll increase the number of labs, and we should be rocking and rolling. Anyways, that is going to be it for today's episode. Thank you all for watching and sticking with me. If you enjoyed the episode, it'd be awesome if you could leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Really supports me and I appreciate it. And I'll see you all next time.